God, get away! You already ate. Get away. Go away.
Tasha Smith, me and Tasha was carrying on. We was doing it. We was being, messy. And I'm just sitting in between it. So Mo was sitting there, but Mo, they were heckling me over here at the table. And so, and then one of them was very much so really trying to, you know, compliment me. Because he ended up complimenting me later. And he was very much so, thank you for your $5. But anyway, so they complimented me. One of the gentlemen ended up complimenting me. Yeah. But listen, quick. I'm listening. I need like 10 seconds or 30. Appreciate you because it's there's a difference between real niggas, and NIGGERS. Right. Right. It's a bunch of ERSs over there and niggas, and it's real niggas over here. Okay? Right. And I just had to continually tell him how much I appreciate him. Because when I got up to get ready to leave, the gentleman was like, when I was getting up, he's like, you sure are beautiful. And so the guy was like, you know how they trying to, and then it was like, just trying to pour my tea dishes. Right. And I was like, and he was great. And he, very, turn around. And I'm very beautiful with that day. So you remember that? Yes. I think I don't know, like, when they were asking me, I was like, right where you are. And I cut you in. Yeah. But in my back. Your back is big. So when I got to go pee. Yeah. And I got to go do the thing, of course I'm shaking up the steam. Right. So I had my back this way so we could give, like, I don't want you to think I'm not going to get you. Right. Because a lot of you men think that because y'all are men. Right, right. And y'all know that the girls is the girls. Mm-hmm. You think that that automatically I'm going to be giving, and then y'all think that y'all girls are static. Right, right. Yeah. You think that y'all girls are static. That's right. Now, I'm over here like, yeah. My whole career based off of my own talent, whether my talent was like a random big bitch or motherfucker, the line say is that it has never. Who you got? Okay, you got the wrong person. Okay, my career has never been based off of what guy I'm trying to fuck on or sneak with. Y'all don't never know no dude that I fuck with. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that ain't never been a part of my story. And so when I got up to go, they was like, "You're very beautiful." I said, and then the other said, "Hey, that's a." I said, "And yes, I'm very beautiful." He said, "Yes, yes, you are." I said, "I know." Right. I very much so know. Swung my motherfucking hair around, bitch. Swoop, quick. Yeah. Swoop. Swung my motherfucking hair around, bitch. I wish I knew who that was that said that. I thought you would. No, that's not who said it though. He was just with him, right? Oh, that was who said it. Oh. I swung my motherfucking hair around, bitch. Shoot him up with I know. Swung that bitch back and said, "Come on, Mo, let's go." And Mo witnessed it all. Right. Yeah. But they couldn't sit still because I was sitting. This how you know. You got to know. All right. Come on. Men dabble. Men tell on themselves a lot. Yeah. Girl, either they dabble, either they. It's just. when a trainee's presence causes uncomfortability or commotion in the room.
Yeah.
Because my gay mama told me, bitch, you're a fish amongst men.
Is this the one that said?
My gay mama said, bitch, fish starts in the face, and you're fish amongst men, bitch. You could go out with any bitch that's clocking. You could go out with any bitch that's, that's freaky, and still be the bitch. Bitch, you remember how Destiny's Child, whatever end they put Beyonce on.
Right.
Whether she was at that, whether she was at the end of the left, she was at the end of the right, or she was in the middle, bitch. We knew that was the star.
Right.
So, bitch, it don't matter. You're a fish amongst men. Yeah. And so, bitch, when you're fish amongst men, even when they're cisgender men, and it's causing all that commotion. Because I was like, oh, I was like, I kicked that boy under the table. I said,
right.
Cricket, has your faggy presence?
Absolutely.
Oh, it has caused.
Yes.
When you tiptoed in your heels in the inside, and your faggy presence.
Listen, like you said, in terms of the whole discomfort piece, I've said for a very long time, like whenever a man is just so agitated because a gay man is in the room and they can't give eye contact to that gay man, or they got all this attitude all of a sudden, they got all this bravado and machismo shit going on, it's just like he has a secret that only a fag or a trainee can uncover.
And bitch, that is, and your presence is causing it.
That's right.
Shaking the ground.
That's right. That's right. Because see, I think a lot of women think they have to look for femininity in a man to know whether or not he dibbles and dabbles. But no, it's not always that. Sometimes it's an energy. It's the way that you look in the eyes. It's all of those things. And so it's not always the obvious. But that man knows that we can clock it out, that we can see it. And they get discomfort. They become uncomfortable, rather.
Girl. Well, speaking of uncomfortable, Terrence Howard has once again spoken out.
I'm so sick of him.
Terrence Howard has once again spoken out that he was supposed to play Marvin Gaye.
And he didn't want to play him because there was a scene where he was going to kiss a man.
Yes.
Well, this kind of goes back to when we talked about Malcolm X.
What? Wait a minute. Come in, Craig. Whisper that in my ear.
When we talked about Malcolm X.
What happened to Malcolm?
They were saying that he was bisexual.
What?
And, the people didn't like that because he's their hero.
The Malcolm X, bitch?
Yes.
You talking about the Brotherhood?
Right. Malcolm Little, bitch. Also known as Malcolm X.
The one who brought Cassius Clay to the Brotherhood?
Correct.
Oh, my
right.
Oh.
So this nigga that sat down with Bill Maher and said that he refused. And listen, and I have no issue play the role. Listen, if you don't want to play the role because you don't want to kiss a man, that's fine. And I believe it was either in this interview or in another interview.
It was another, but he also echoed those same sentiments in this.
Yeah.
About he had to cut off the lip.
Right. And then I think in another interview, someone brought up that Denzel kissed the man
in Gladiator 2.
Correct, but they cut that scene out, so you didn't see it. But it's just like, on one hand, okay, I get it. You don't want to play the role, whatever. But on the other hand, it's like, well, what do you think's gonna happen?
First of all, your dick not big enough to kiss a man. Girl, you know you need to be a bottom. You ain't got enough dick to be talking about something. We know your position. The gay men I know are cockhounds. They like third and fourth legs, bitch, because they need their inner hole touch. They need to go past that first hole. The gays I know like their second hole touch. Mama, that motherfucker goddamn shrimp egg foo young. It's always the motherfucking little dick niggas. If you care, the fat niggas, little dick niggas, moon shrimp. Right. Moon shrimp. The only thing you got going on for you is those pretty eyes, and very smart. I would say that Terrence Howard is a very intelligent man. All the smarts went up here. Nothing was there. There's nothing there, honey. Got that.
And again, I'm not saying, because I know that there are people who are like, well, he stood on his principles. Why they trying to make everybody gay? They're not trying to make anybody gay. It's art. If you're playing
baby, you
Marvin
all
Gaye.
that. I know you can work for a Jiffy peanut butter commercial, bitch. They can spread. You can open them legs and they can take a spatula and spread nuts everywhere. You all that.
I mean, if you're emulating a real life person, it is short.
Girl.
And then he said in some interview, I don't know if it was this one or if it was the other, something about he just doesn't believe in it, and he can't get behind something. What he said something to the, I can't remember his exact words, but I remember saying, "Oh, but he can relate to being a gangster, the principles of that, a womanizer, a batterer." Like, well, that's his choice. Again, it is his choice. People will say that that's his choice, but his reasoning behind it didn't make sense to me when it comes to the roles that he has played.
Correct. Because if you can say that you can find yourself in any of those men and that a gay man is too much, you're what's wrong with society right now.
Right.
And then you sat up there and said that you were on board with everything with Trump except for the immigrants. So I'm like, damn, so you heard cut Social Security. You definitely heard get rid of the trainees. But it stopped at the immigrant. Hold on, I must speak.
And speaking of the immigrants, it's like they're now they're taking people who have been naturalized. And I remember we sat here talking about that. We argued about it in D.C. before we went on stage. And Mo and G didn't believe me in Madison when we said they're going to take people's citizenship. And that's exactly what that cracker is doing. It's like he's going all around the Constitution. He don't give a fuck about that Constitution. And my thing is, I don't understand why, if he's not playing by the rules, Trump is not playing by the rules, so to speak, right, then why are the Democrats? Why are they all? Because he's not even paying attention to these judges. So it's just like, why don't they just send the National Guard and snatch his fat ass up out of there? Oh, we didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah, when I spoke to Representative Proctor on her podcast recently, she said, I asked her, you know, she said, well, because a lot of the people are still in shock that this is going on, and they're thinking that they're dealing with Trump 1.0 instead of paying attention to they're dealing with Trump 3.3.
Yeah.
Like Trump up here, and because we knew that when he came back, he was going to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And so I think that what happened was everybody sitting around gagging like, well, we'll let the judiciary system.
And then you see he even threw a couple judges in jail. You didn't see that? Yeah, he didn't have 2 judges arrested.
Under whose authority?
I'm just like, and since we're in this Trump space, he's trying to, well, Nike, Adidas, did you see that post in there, Mo? I don't know if it's in the system yet, but some of those athletic companies have written him a letter trying to get him to waive the tariffs on their companies. Because you know all the motherfuckers, Nike, Adidas, right? Because you know all that shit is made over there in China. And I had a dinner party the other day at the house, and I was talking to some of my friends about some of this. Every single thing, this hair, the lashes, and all that shit they're talking about, bitch, that shit could be about 3-4 times what it costs now. Even like the, I'm listening.
But go ahead.
Even like the cork in wine bottles. Now, you know, a lot of them are screw top now, but there's still wines that have a cork. A lot of those corks come from Canada. There's a lot of lumber that's made in Canada. furniture. That wood is coming from. I know a lot of the furniture is made in North Carolina, but bitch, the lumber comes from Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then they gonna cut the wall off.
That's right. So, they Stacey Michelle, you must have heard Madison. That's exactly what she thinks.
That's not true.
But it's just, I mean, it's crazy. Like don't even think about getting a new cell phone. And that was the other thing they were trying to. Trump was gonna put a stay on. The word I'm trying to think of. He was gonna not put the tariffs on electronics and televisions and things like that, phones and shit. But China's like, So you're gonna pick and choose what you're gonna hike up. It's insane. They're saying that he just issued something, I think today, an executive order. I believe it was today or the day before. All movies that are made outside of this country are subject to tariffs.
Oh, no more Lord of the Rings.
Would they film that out of the country?
Honey, you think those mountains? You think we got that kind of greenery over here? This place is trash.
And then and then he said he issued an executive order forcing all truck drivers to be able to speak fluent, proficient English.
Well, didn't he already make English the national language?
This should be pretty easy. I've kept it simple since you all seem pretty simple. In a good way, in a good straight ahead, low IQ kind of. Oh no, let's stop it. It's the new meds. Okay, armed robbery. Here we go. Whew. Here it is. Keep it simple. You go in heavy. You go in well armed. Some of you will do crowd control. The vault team will go downstairs. Blow the first.
Or that hasn't been done yet?
That's what he did.
He also calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. That's an ignorant white man.
That's what I don't understand, Craig, and this is probably gonna lean over to you. So you can't find out how to call the trans person she and her, but you can call the Gulf. You know the change from
Change the name to the Gulf of Mexico.
You can understand a name change on an entire body of water, but you can't understand the name change on a trainee.
That's crazy.
You very much so. If his mama call him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay.
Right. And it's already $20 to go see the movies. Go to the movie. And that's not even IMAX and all that other shit. So if they start putting tariffs on movies, how much you think it's gonna be? I'm sorry, why? But he's targeting, immigrants, migrants. Because why is it necessary? Well, I'm not going to say why is it necessary for truck drivers to speak proficient English, because I am a person who believes that when you're dealing in customer service, you should be able to have a handle on the language. If I call Verizon Wireless or my home security company one more goddamn time, and I'm speaking to a bitch over in the Philippines,
But aren't they outsourcing?
yes.
Girl,
I don't care about them outsourcing. I just need you to have a handle on the language without that little script that they give you.
ma'am, your name is not Dawn. I'm sorry, ma'am. There's no possible way that they named you Dawn.
Right.
Your name is not Lori.
Right. And constantly saying, yes, I can help you with that
Your
issue
name is
today.
not Christine, ma'am. That is not your name.
Right.
Sir, your name is not Henry.
It's not at all.
I can tell by your tone.
Correct. Your phonics are different.
That is not. Can you? No,
Correct. They don't even pronounce H like we do.
correct. So again, we don't have any problem with any person speaking their native tongue.
No.
Or their native language. I definitely don't.
But when I call Verizon Wireless,
So again, if you have a problem speaking English,
that's right.
if we're going to handle my bill or anything to do with my money, and we having a language problem,
That's a problem.
I need for you to get somebody, because I don't have time for us to be over here, and I'm trying to Google Translate on the phone with the bank with my banking system.
That is the point.
I don't have time for that, or anything to do with there's something emergency,
Right.
and we're having a language barrier.
And you're repeating. I said, ma'am, I have said this 3 times. Please.
Yes.
Is there someone else that I...
So let's be careful.
Yeah.
Are you talking about your Vivid system?
Yes. Vivid home security. I'm so sick of...
How do I know you're talking about it?
You have that same problem?
The same motherfucker. I told you.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm not doing that. I don't play like that. Bitch, you got me fucked up.
So sick of them.
Like, I don't, girl, get away from me with that stupid shit.
What she say?
Hi, Madison. My name is Spirit.
You're like, what?
No, your name is Win. Ma'am, your name is Win. I know that your name is Win. I can hear your name is Win.
How can you hear somebody's name?
I can hear that your name is Win. Spelled N-G-Y-E-N. Win. I understand this. All I need for you to do is win. All I need for you to do
Is apply for a job in tech support and put a bitch on this phone line that comes
they don't have to apply for the job. They need to transfer me to somebody while I'm over here complaining.
Right.
And you're telling me to walk outside and I'm explaining to you, ma'am, I have my feelings are 30 When the gentleman came in here, he had to put a sensor here and here. There's no, I can't get
Right.
up there and do this.
Right.
This is why I pay for the system for you to send me. What is so hard about sending without a technician take care of the service, you're charging me.
Correct.
You are charging, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, Karen, aka Quinn. You are charging me for the service, which is the additional, because I know you pay for it too.
Yeah.
So that the technician can come out and fix it. Why are we battling back and forth about who's going out there? I'm not doing it, ma'am. My fingers, my nails.
I'm gonna tell you that lady said to me. She said, "I just need you to go and unscrew." I said, "No, I'm not unscrewing the gun."
I'm not unscrewing a motherfucker.
I said, "What I'm gonna need you to do is send a technician out here, and I'm not paying $99 for you to come out here." I said, "If you charge me $99, you don't get all this shit out of my house." That's what I said. It just like that. It is.
Yeah. And it's okay. I don't care about them having them over there. I just need a bitch over there to speak to an English. Or not just do an English speak. I need them to understand that I'm paying for a service. Call someone in the state that's going to send the technician out. We're having a language barrier here. And so because we're having a language barrier here, send me a person that's in Laconia, Decatur, somewhere close to me that is going to come out and fix my place, because this is what I pay the additional $99 a motherfucking year or month or whatever. This is what I pay the additional money for.
Right.
Don't tell me to go out here and get no fucking screwdriver and open up the fire. Don't tell me to do it.
I said, "Man, I'm not gonna get when I fuck up your system. Then you want to charge me for it?" Absolutely not.
Send somebody. They say, "Oh, yeah, they'll be there 2-3 days."
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll check on that for you.
That's what they say. I will check on that one. That one. For you. I mean, it eats me a lot, but it takes me a minute to get nasty with them because I'm always trying to be nice. Because I don't think that you should talk crazy to people in customer service. But I try to, but eventually I get to it. It's just wearing me out. They wear me out.
Oh, they say Trump should put a tariff on companies that hire.
They hire what?
No, but the tariff, we have to pay more for the tariff.
Yeah.
A tariff doesn't do anything for the company. The tariff is a punishment to the people.
Well, they can put some sort of a penalty on companies that outsource their work overseas.
Yeah.
You can hire. I can understand your manufacturing being overseas, but your motherfucking customer service center can be here.
Yes.
I need a bitch that
Get on the phone and call the technician. We know that you use the outside source that this technician. It's the same thing with Comcast.
What? Somebody said it that way. Somebody said, "Oh, wait a minute." Somebody said, "Have you tried turning off and then turning on your phone?" I'm like, "Sir, man, I did that before I called you." All right, I did that before I called you. I know basic troubleshooting. Oh. Okay.
Are you going to get food?
I know it's got cold, so
I'll put it in the microwave?
yeah, I'll do it, but I'm
It's just, and then it makes us sound like we're racist.
No, because I don't care if they outsource the job. I just need somebody who speaks English. I don't care.
Because there's stuff by that person right now, or white person living in Bali that is stolen in a lot of places in America, that's living over their Bali right now, that has jobs over there.
Let me tell you something. If I was from Indonesia and I called the call center there and you didn't speak my language, I would be saying the same thing. I wouldn't care if you spoke fluent. I'd be like, I'm going to need you to get a bitch on here that speaks my language.
Yes.
Because that means like you end up being on the phone for 45 minutes and you could have just been done in 15 minutes.
Well, what do you say, Craig, to the people that say we Americans are lazy because usually people from other countries tend to speak other language, except English. They speak other languages. So what do you say to people that say that we're lazy?
I don't think it's that we're lazy, and that was another revelation that I had when I came back to France. I noticed that most of those people, and they were younger than me. These are people who were like in their 30s. Some of them were in their 20s. They were speaking. I said this when I first came back. They were speaking a minimum of 3 languages. On average, they were speaking 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And I would say to them, I said, I want.
Thank you, Skin Potion.
I would say to them, I said, I want you all to understand how fascinating this is to me, and how privileged you are to be able to be multilingual, polylingual, right? Because, and so it's not that we're lazy. I personally believe, and I said this when I came back, we don't speak another language here because white people didn't think it was necessary to be in the curriculum. That's what they do. If white people deemed it necessary for us to speak another language, it would have been a part of our curriculum from the time we started school.
Pero yo hablo español, inglés y español también. Y portugués.
Over there in France, those people speak English from the time they start school.
Pero yo hablo español también.
But see, it's the arrogance of America.
Espérate un momentico, por favor, pendejo. Yo hablo español también.
It is the arrogance of America. Say, oh, we don't need to speak their language. They need to speak ours. We don't need to learn about their cultures.
Espérate un momentico, por favor.
Okay.
Yo hablo español. Y francés también.
And then you have a lot of Spanish-speaking people who are either Latino or Hispanic, or they come from Hispanic or Latino families. They don't even know the language because their parents didn't want them to learn it as a way of trying to assimilate in this country. And now Spanish is the second most spoken language. And you got some Hispanic and Latino people who don't even know how to speak it.
Well, you know what they used to do? I don't know if they still do it, but I know that Hispanic parents, they would just have their children go around with them, so that when they needed to speak English, because your kids go to school, they learn English.
Mm-hmm.
So their kids would speak. They would be talking to their kids, to talk to whichever person they need.
I've had contractors come to my house or cleaning services. They don't speak English, and they'll bring their children to talk to me for them. So I get that, but I'm talking about there are parents who are Hispanic or Latino who did not want their children to learn Spanish. They only wanted them to know English. They didn't want them to speak English with a Spanish accent because they felt like it was easier for their kids to assimilate, especially those white Hispanics.
Well, my nephews, they speak Spanish, and my sister-in-law speaks Spanish to him, and they said that they'll learn English.
Yes.
They'll learn English.
Yeah, they'll learn English just from being here in the world.
Yeah, they'll learn English, but their Spanish might get diluted.
Yes.
And so this is why that they speak to my nephews, because when my nephew speaks to me, my nephew can speak to me in English and in Spanish.
That's right.
Both of them can speak to me, and my nephew and my niece can speak to me in English and in Spanish.
That's right, and that's the way it should be.
They can communicate with me like that, because I remember I was at home and I told my sister-in-law was talking to my nephew, like that's his mother.
Yeah.
And she talks to him fluently in Spanish.
Yes.
And then he gets his out. I'll be over there saying, I'll be talking to him in broken Spanish.
Yeah.
And he be looking at
me correctly. You're looking at you like, I don't know what the fuck.
He be looking like bitch.
Right.
He always looks at me like that anyway.
Right.
But he looks like, bitch, what's going on here?
Right.
And then I have to be like, well, who? I pointed the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
What are you talking about before you transition?
I pointed on the wall and I said, who? I said, dígame. Se siente y dígame, ¿quién es? And he says, I point at both of my brothers.
That little boy looking at you like, bitch, you're not about to get me the misgender you and get me tired. Get me tired of all of the I'm about to get me the misgender you.
Listen, I have my nephews. I said, siéntate y dígame. ¿Quién es?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, that's, I'm supporting my other brother. He says, that's Tio Norris, Uncle Norris. And then he says, that's Tio, that's my dad.
we'll need to
He's very
rob
proper.
it
That's
until
my
we
dad.
know
Mm-hmm.
it's gone missing.
And it's getting, well, where are you?
These guys.
Where are you on the wall?
Set up a warehouse behind
I
Burnham
said,
Boulevard.
yes. He said,
Maybe they're getting some of the
that's my
same
dad's
ideas
brother.
we are. I recommend that you
And then
get
I
the
said,
same van they have.
Well, where is he?
I said, well, who am I?
That
He
way,
said,
when
you're
we make
T.I.
a run,
Manny.
they'll go chasing after
I
their
said,
own
oh,
demand in
so
one
they haven't had the
get away
conversation.
clean.
Right.
And at the same time,
Right.
we'll need these thermal
I said, they haven't had the conversation. It's good that they haven't had the
I
conversation.
think so too.
That they haven't had the conversation yet.
Yeah.
But I will, as time progresses and they get old enough for us to have the conversation. I've actually thought about, am I going to ever like really have?
Yeah. I mean, you might. It probably would depend on how close you become with them as they get older, as they're adults.
Some bikes.
You know what I mean?
Well, I have to, because they're my next of kin.
Right.
In all the things.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So they have to, I have to become close to them some type of way.
But then you never know. They may, I mean,
Currently being
I just don't think they're going to give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I don't, but you know, they are kids.
Right.
And you know, when they come here to the house, they run off. Girl, listen.
Mm-hmm.
When they come here to the house,
all the corners of the country.
were you here when they came?
No, I've never been here.
Girl, when they come here to this house, they just
Right.
they be everywhere because it's so many places for them to run.
Right.
I come down here and turn in the theater room,
Mhm.
and you know it's like the big theater. And I turn on that goddamn shit
Mm-hmm.
and let them just
Right.
and
Yeah.
they still make it. They be drawing and coloring and shit, and they be like they'll run over there, tia, mira, mira, tia, mira, and then they get to talking Spanish, going with each other,
Right.
and I be like, you love when it gets real complex.
Right.
Right. When it get real complex.
But you know, it also dilutes their culture too. Right. Like when their kids don't speak Spanish, it dilutes their culture. Like I would not want to erase my culture.
When it gets real complex,
Right. But that's what you would probably really learn Spanish from them.
That's my sister.
Right. Right. Right.
Is they reading me?
What'd she say?
No, he says what the fuck's talking about. They gonna talk to me in English.
Okay.
You know motherfucking English.
That's a fact. But you probably would really, really learn that shit from him.
From them.
Yeah. Because it's more than one.
It's 3.
Right.
It's 3.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of kids,
Girl. Oh!
Put it in your mouth. Do very nicely.
In your motherfucking mind.
You got very chic. Like a bourgeois bank robber to remind me of how strange Los Santos has become. In my day,
That's
psychos
strong
at least
as
had
dog.
the dignity to
And
be
it wasn't just from that
psychotic.
surgery.
Nowadays, it's all about home furnishings and going straight. All right, you ready?
Now, listen.
This.
Kanye said he initiated these things.
Yes, he said that they were sitting around playing the GameCube, honey.
Not quite ready yet.
And not the GameCube. They was watching pornos. Listen, that's why you don't watch pornos like a witness if y'all aren't here.
Nothing too complicated.
Because eventually
Somebody get down on that motherfucking dick.
One way or the other.
Deep though.
I always said that he and Virgil were doing something.
You get in that room with your cousin if you want to.
You're
Playing the porno. Both dicks in their heart. Somebody got to handle it. One of y'all gonna whip it out and get to work.
So, you ready? What do you think?
and he said it was going on for years.
One of y'all gonna whip it out and get to work.
What are you waiting for?
Well, obviously it was Kanye that was getting to work.
But you know, and I don't like Amber Rose.
That
Her
didn't
football
speak.
head.
He had to taste that.
Well, Kanye said he got a PhD, a pretty huge dick.
Yeah, but that other dick had to be bigger than that one because he saw
He was sucking on it.
He looked that was I got to put that. I got to taste that.
Well, it was his cousin.
Shit.
The incest of it all. But Amber Rose with her football head. I wasn't gonna say nothing about you and your cousins, what y'all used to do. I was not talking about that.
Who the fuck said used to, bitch?
Really? Don't do that. Do not do that, man.
Bitch, I'm from the South. Please, y'all get y'all some everything perfume. Get y'all some of the everything. The everything black is still available. Click the link in my bio if you want to get the perfume, honey. Everything black is available.
Is it not playing NBA 2K?
How was your evening? Very satisfactory. And yours?
I don't think I'm gonna take my 15 minutes.
You are? You are? You are?
I think I'm gonna take my 15 minutes.
You are?
But what was I saying?
You tried to out me, bitch.
I was not talking about what you talked about at the motherfucking
But you tried to
show in St.
motherfucking
Pete.
out me.
You told them people at the show in St. Pete that you and your cousin used to fuck around.
Who the fuck said you used to, bitch?
Well, that you and your cousin be incest. I was not talking about that.
If one of my cousins is motherfucking not, if they not my first cousins, I ain't gotta do with that. If our grandmothers was sisters, my great grandma, they aunt, or some shit like that.
Oh, somebody said we still do.
Who said that? No, I ain't got no cousin named James.
Girl, that's nasty.
Bitch, please.
They gonna look at me when we were in St. Pete talking about you ain't never do that. No, I did not.
Girl, that's your next door neighbor, bitch. That ain't your.
Now, you know, now growing up, me and my cousin, we used to hump with our clothes dry hump. But we ain't never, you were talking about fucking.
Like a mechanical bull.
Transmission fluid just everywhere.
Bitch.
I'm talking about an oil slick. But yeah, Kanye looked like he could suck some good dick.
Yeah. I don't know. Them teeth big.
Well, that's from the accident. You know, he had to have his
Hands wired up.
Who somebody hit him in the mouth?
He was in a car accident.
You know, I don't know much about that.
About who?
Kanye.
Not even his name.
Apparently.
Kanye.
I do want to say a little bit about Sinners.
Go ahead.
Because I saw Sinners.
How many times?
I only saw it once, and I keep saying I'm going to go again, but I'm going to watch it again.
I still have to watch it.
When I tell you,
to my left side, on the other side.
Hi there! Yeah, welcome. So glad you could make it. Haven't we met already? Huh? Have you met Ron? Have you? Well, either way, it doesn't matter. Congratulations! Huh? New jobs in a startup. This is it. Trevor Phillips Industries.
I thought this movie was so good.
It was brilliant.
It was brilliant. And I think that there were people who missed a lot of the allegory, a lot of the metaphors,
A lot of the nuances.
correct. Because it wasn't just a vampire movie. And I think for those, because I've seen some people talk about it on social media, and they're like, oh, you know, it was just all right, everybody hyping it up. I really think a lot of this shit just went over your goddamn head.
Yeah, because it wasn't just the vampire.
It was
now,
not.
I would have loved for them to get to the vampires a little bit faster.
Yes,
But it was more than just a vampire movie. It was about community, and it was also about the way that we're magic, and they've always wanted to come in and infiltrate our space. They've always wanted to take from us, and they've always wanted to take pieces and fragments of and claim it as their own.
Yes.
And make us all be as
They being the colonizers.
yes, make us all be as one with them in leadership
Yes.
and us being subservient to them. And so I watched it with those eyes. I watched it as the Asian people who have always been amongst us, who
Make the decision at some point to choose to be in closer proximity with white.
with white people, as if that's when they and you can also see when the man worked in the black store, the woman worked across the street in the white store, so she could have more close proximity to white women. Also, I saw, she pointed this out to me, the bandana around her head was one of the photographs that they used to try to enlist women into the military or something like that. He was telling me. I also saw how when it was time when the block got hot, you know, it was like we only came here for this. When the struggle was real for everybody involved, but they said, okay, well, we'll let them handle this, and we got to go home to our kids. They'll take care of that on their own. But you were okay, and they're gathering the goods, making the money, fellowshipping for a profit. But then when the things got to where it became a human situation, you stepped outside of that and you chose yourself. You chose your own people. You know, so it was just a lot of things that I saw.
Right. So like, I noticed how throughout history, I mean, I was writing notes. I was writing notes in the film because it just provoked me to think about a lot of things. Over history, they've always taken from us, like you were saying. They took our land, whether it was Seneca Village, which is now Central Park in New York. That was a black city, a black town. Rosewood, Florida. Tulsa, Oklahoma, a.k.a. Black Wall Street. Lake Lanier, right here in Georgia. They flooded that.
Oscarville.
Correct. And so in those days, they savagely took from us. They flooded us. They burned out the cities, whatever. Whenever we were self-contained, millionaires, we were self-contained. We had our own doctors, grocery stores, banks, you name it. They took from us. One of the things that I noticed is how it's still happening today. Not as savagely. They're not coming in and burning up towns, but they're doing it in a more sophisticated way. They're still taking our shit from us, but through gentrification. They're taking it because the property tax goes up on your house and you can't afford it now. So they just found a more savvy way of doing it. That was one of the things that I noticed. I also noticed how that white girl, she was biracial, but she was still white. How the white girl, because she was passing as white in the movie, how the white girl or white women have always been a source of confusion for black men to the demise of black men. Emmett Till, Shannon Sharp. Don't do
like it said, you play those throw games,
You get whole throw activities.
exactly. So I mean, I was shit. Ain't not that. I just can't look Shannon Sharp in that position. I think he got himself in that position.
Well, your brother G said, he felt me in my bag with a pen when he was getting ready to go out, like a safety pen. I'm not gonna forget that nigga that you stabbed me in my bag with a pen to myself. This about. I was getting ready to go and say, he's like, I was like, G, can you tell this thing? And it was a safety pin right here. I said, oh,
It's about
I said, oh,
okay.
all bitch, all bitch.
Right.
It's your all.
That's a fact.
So, Danny got what he was looking for. That he got what he was looking for.
Well, here's the other thing about the movie Sinners. You mentioned this too about how they always try to take our intellectual property and that kind of thing. Like when the whole scene with the music, with the young boy with the guitar, and he was like, "No, I'm going to own all of that. That's going to all be mine." It's the same thing that we see with record labels now. The black artists are the creators of this music, but the music is not owned by them. They own our gift. They own our talent in so many ways. I thought about how white folks don't own, like when you see it now, like when you see like these trends on social media where white people, they can't stand to see black joy. That scene in the movie where they were all outside of the house, and those black people were inside that juke joint, just having fun, dancing, drinking, eating, and those white people were just outside looking at them. They just never wanted us to have our own peace. Like the movie was just great. And then just the vampires themselves, they represented the hatred that we sometimes get from white folks. You know, especially in this culture, in this society. But it was a great movie. It was definitely one of those things that it provoked me to think about a lot.
I heard that casting was very good.
Yeah.
And you know how a lot of times people, especially in the street, they're not able to diversify their cast.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I heard was that Sinners did that. So Sinners really gave.
Yeah, it was a diverse cast.
So they were saying Sinners gave. They basically pointed that out so much that there's no excuse why other production companies and other movies can't diversify their own.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And then also just how
were there any facts in
it? There were no facts. But remember how when the white people first came, and some of the black people were so ready to let them come in, just like some of you are so ready to let them come to the proverbial cookout. And then that black lady said, who are they? Why are they here? What do they want? Like, it's just like sometimes we're so inviting. It's so inviting. And I don't know, it was great. I thought it was really great. I thought it was really well done.
I love the way they mix the genres of music.
Yes. Yes. That
Were
was
there
great.
any facts in it?
And then also it made me think about how it's everybody against us. Remember the scene when they were outside and it was the Irish people, the white people, some of the black people who had become vampires. They were all coming after these black people who were in this juke joint. It's like it's everybody against us. The Candace Owens of the world. Right? The Byron Donalds of the world. Like all these. It's not just us against them, it's us against everybody.
Also, when you look at the endless field, it just really spoke to, like, just riding through the cotton field. It was just like, and these people were free in the 30s, but yet.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It was the cotton fields for me, like how it was just like endless
Right.
fields of cotton.
Right. It showed a black woman sacrificing herself. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Correct. Endless. I was like, yo.
Stop telling the movie.
Child, the movie been out for a month. You should have been by now. No damn spoiler alert. You should have took your ass over there to see shit. He worked on part 2. You know, but you're...
Also, there's going to be a part 2.
I don't know. Well, the way that it
I
ended.
saw the timeline for Center. G and I be sharing that stuff back and forth because, that we be really into that kind of shit. So it was, I would say that there's Sinners and it was Sinners. It was like the timeline of the releases of, of the names of it. And then it's going to be like way down the line Sinners too. Mm-hmm. But there's going to be other Sinners in the universe, like other Sinners named in the universe. But then after that, it'll be Sinners too.
Tell us about your podcast.
So I have a podcast. I have a deal with iHeart.
Congrats.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. So it's not just that I upload great kind of sliders. It's not that I just upload or think. You know how people like, I got a podcast. No, it's not that I don't just upload
Right.
things and this and that. So the podcast. So I have a deal with iHeart.
Right.
You know how
there is a difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Mm-hmm. You know how they be like, such and such got a deal over it, such and such. I'm one of those such and such got a deal at iHeart. And so it's called Outlaws. I've been actually working on that deal for the past with my friend Tyler Rabinowitz. We originally were supposed to do it as a TV show first. Mm-hmm. And so, there was a lot of this and that, and this and a lot of no. Listen, there could be 1,000 no's. All you need is one yes.
That's it.
And one yes came through, and it was with iHeart, and we made the deal. And so I've been filming, recording.
So you'll be able to see it and listen?
You'll be able to see it and listen. It's on it's wherever you get podcasts. It's going to be on iHeart, the iHeart app. But it's also, going to be wherever, like Apple, wherever it is.
Spotify.
Yeah. My first guest is Tina Knowles. But it's an array of guests. Like, I have an array of guests. And I have to say, I've sat down and talked to some people, and I'm like, whoa. I do feel like that it expounds on my ability to get people to decompress.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sitting with people who might be a little tight.
They have an armor on.
But I make them decompress. I want them to decompress because I know that they get tired of walking around the world in a place where they have to be so tight. Like, they gotta just be tight. And I'm like, nah, you can say motherfucker here.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. You want to say motherfucker here, you can say motherfucker over here, because I'm going to say motherfucker here.
Right.
It airs the 13th. Tuesday, May 13th is the first episode with Miss Tina, and then airs every Tuesday after.
When is the first air day?
May 13th.
Oh, that's in a week. A week from today.
Yes. And this will be every Tuesday. So yeah, I've been filming and working. Like, there was some of the episodes. There's tears shed.
Mm-hmm. I saw that clip with Tina Knowles, and she had that tissue box beside her.
Yeah, she shed tears.
I've seen a few of her interviews so far promoting her book. I actually want to get it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good book. It's a good book. I got it.
You read it?
Yes.
All of it?
Most of it. I can't say because there's things that she shared on the show.
So you read hers and you haven't read mine? Any of mine? Excuse me, my ass.
Excuse me, Mo.
She just put her book out.
Excuse me, Mo. I need 30 seconds.
No, we don't need 30 seconds. My book's been out for 12 years. We don't need 30 seconds. My book's been out for 12 years.
Support practice, guys.
I don't want to hear much talking about that.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. I'm very happy about it because, it gets, you get to see me in my, you get to see me in my stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could truly do what Jennifer Hudson is not.
Oh, I was going to say, don't compare that because, Cuddy, them are horrible questions.
I want to love Jennifer Hudson's show.
I don't.
I want to love it because she's a black woman.
I want to support her, but I don't want to love that show.
I want to love it. I want to love it. I want to love it. Even when I'm not truly informed on my guests, there's ways when you're not truly connect.
She doesn't have a team that does the research and puts some questions together for her?
My team does that, but here's the thing. It's about when you come.
I'm talking about her. Where's hers?
I'd like to teach her. Great, turn this way. When you connect with your guests, sometimes if you do this, when you do this, let them download to you.
Mm-hmm.
When you see my podcast, when you won't see us how we meet, when they come in, they touch me,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know who they are, which is rare,
mm-hmm.
or they like superstars, and I'm like, oh shit, like where do I begin? When they touch me,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a gift that I got. I know immediately in what direction to go,
right?
Because they begin to download, it begins to.
Well, if Jennifer ain't connected with a stylist yet, she definitely ain't connected with them guests.
Oh my God. You have to be able to.
Have you all seen that video of that guy who's imitating her? Do we need to play it?
Yeah, can we just play it over?
Let's play it over. We play it over here.
Oh, okay. I thought you had it.
We'll play it over here. Hold on. Did you send it to me?
I sent it to you in a text.
You see she sent it to me, right? Wait, girl, stop trying to trick me. You see that, right? You better stop that shit. See what I did there?
I guess I won't be going on there for both.
Right.
You're not gonna be dancing down the hall?
I would love to.
Where's that?
I'll probably get over there. That woman, they be like, that lady done took over that woman's show. No, I texted you. I sent you the text on the phone the other day, and I texted you.
Or is it to me and Mo?
It was just a regular you.
Okay.
When I was getting my nails done. I went up to the nail shop, and I was eating that fish sandwich.
Mo, you up that Mary J. Blige, too.
There it is. Oh.
Good to see you. In a movie, tell me about that. And you played a person that was not you. And you're telling me you had to memorize all the lines. How do you do that? And then but when you was hungry, you knew. You just knew. So it says here when you were younger, you had fallen outside. So that makes you feel. Somebody brings out a microphone and the room was like a character. And you was still you. You bring a microphone with you and you knew it was going to say something. And you live in a house with walls and a door. So let's go. Bernie told me that you was in a movie. Tell me about that. And you played a person that was not you.
Like, she's horrible. Now, we know she's not a journalist, but, like, remember when Saucy Santana interviewed Carisha? And this was after the whole Puffy thing started. And I said on this show, I said, Saucy Santana's not a journalist, but he asked great questions. And I was impressed with his line of questions because they're friends. He and Carisha are friends. And I wasn't expecting him to ask such pointed questions. You know what I'm saying? I kind of expected him to kind of go around certain things that we wanted to know, but he did ask. And so again, he's not a journalist, but he asked great questions. What? And they renewed her for a 4th season? Who's watching this?
She sat down and she asked Dionne Warwick. She said to Dionne, she said, I didn't know your last name was Warwick. Wasn't Warwick? Tell us about that.
All I thought about was that clip. That's all I thought about.
I didn't know. Tell us about that. I was like, oh.
And if she come out in one more of those Lane Bryant outfits,
going there about her outfit.
These Lane Bryant, where she get these St. John knit jackets from?
You say this all the time. Leave.
If she don't look like a character on Greenleaf.
Leave.
Now, I didn't watch the show, but I know that.
Oh, those really girls were together.
She would do. She wouldn't even compete with them.
No. Stop it, Greg. Those Greenleaf girls was together.
Oh, so she wasn't even.
No, don't you let those church girls fool you because they was on that fucking.
Oh, I know.
Bitch, those Greenleaf girls was together.
You say I can't do this thing. Allow her in the glass. Let her. Glass for Panopticon. You ever Panopticon? The best thing about that show is that little line.
Okay, we're gonna get this equipment. First up, you gotta collect the van from
outside my garment factory. Oh my God, I can't even see it now. I saw the sheriff step the show. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I'll come back to you with details on what to do next. You see, I've split a larger task up into a series of smaller, easily achievable goals. Got that from a management book. Does it make you like me more? Do you feel like you're working more effectively? Well, hey, I'm sure thinking about having to kill people. Oh, damn it, I bet that's all you're thinking about now.
Girl, I wish we could play that video with her. San Francisco or Seattle. They got music on. She looked down. She didn't look there. She should have stayed in the house. She looked a mess. And there's something about when she tried to wear sneakers like this. It's like, man, you're an old man. It's kind of weird.
Okay, now take out the competition. The crew in the alley's gotta go before you swap across the equipment. They can't know which man the box is in.
And that was something first son, mother. And he and Mary start off. And when I tell you,
Alright, they clear? Now for the bait and switch. Move the equipment into our van.
she had the breakfast table. And then they had no breakfast for that. I mean, she's not paying him before I think she's done anything. But he said, let's do that. Because Mary has this lady, the guy that's the other side of that picture.
Okay, now one of you is taking our van.
You're not in which I have to the page.
Taking anyone who shows up on a wild goose chase in the other van.
So that's Votto.
Shit, backups incoming. We'll need to move away from the van with their equipment in it. Take him out to Vespucci.
That was a
There's
mess.
alley the Vagos use. If he torch the van there, they might think it's a gang thing.
Somebody said somebody said oh God. Okay. That's like right. Right. Nobody can stop one spot. Oh my God. Of the kid mom? But so Mary has the plate with Robin and Simon. Lisa Hilton has a talent management agency. So she represents him on that side. Well, apparently, Lisa feels that Mary and her team have been trying to sue Growing Pains Incorporated. Apparently, Mary's team, right? Apparently, Mary's team has been trying to pull a lot of Lisa's talent agency, and they've been holding up his album. And so Lisa said she's been calling her. As friends, she hasn't been calls and that. So sent her a motherfucking lawsuit. I don't think they're gonna be friends after this.
Okay, she's got the stuff. Mission complete.
He's a man. Girl, listen, the free toes tear her up. I'm telling y'all. Ooh, God. They structure and her concept. Girl, stand up. They can't bring you no balls. Girl, Mary, you know how much she done danced up with people? And she's on the same level. Very sickly, though. Great Mary. She looks good. She looks good. She looks uncomfortable, though. Mary, no, she is not. Look for the way. You for the fans? That's your tour. We love you, man. Come here. Got it. Okay. Who's married? I gotta wait for Frank Hudson to run. For the fans. For the fans. Come on, Miss Mary. I came from North Carolina. Will you sign one? Can you write my name on it? Hey, y'all gotta get back. Thank you. Let's go. I gotta clear this out. Latonya said, we not signing shit. First of all, Latonya, they didn't ask you to sign. They wanted Mary's signature. Now you let your security act like that? When people come up to you trying to talk? Child, my security be on his phone. I hope she sees this part too. Like that, I hope he sees this part. Like that. I hope he sees this part. But like, now here's the thing. I will say this. You know, just devil's advocate. You never know, because sometimes on camera, they be trying to be bullies, right? Because remember a few months ago, that guy was trying to fuck this different cops, bring this valet for her car, and the guy kept trying to say, no, I have to, he's trying to harass her. So we don't know what happened, right? That was real nasty of the time. No motive, no, but they be trying to really, she be terrorizing, I be like, she start dragging me across the floor down. It happened with Taraji too. The same photographer was doing it with Vivica and Taraji. But I don't, she activated. Well, I didn't want to go eat nothing to eat. I didn't want to walk down the street in Baltimore. I was like, you gotta understand the magnitude of the person that you're dealing with. Like, I'm the people level. Mm-hmm. It's different. I was walking down the street and I had nothing. I was talking, and somebody heard it before. Yeah. And then they was like, is he as fast as that? And then that's when I saw she had. I was like, oh, it scared me, bitch. I was like, oh. Oh, I didn't know you did that. Well, they said, yo, be pulling your ass. She do be pulling me. Bro, I didn't know she had me. He had me. I was like, oh. It scared me. I was like, oh. It's different after that other person she did. Oh, I didn't know she did. It's different after that other person she did. He put that phone. Birthday coming. Yeah. He put that phone down. He gonna get you when he see you.
What'd you do?
It leads back. I'm scared. I'm traumatized for the last time. I'm traumatized. I would love it if you all would join me on Friday, June 20th, for telling our story. Oh. Oh.
I don't know how you. I don't know what you did to make you lean back like that. You call that
Heavy, heavy on me. Would love if you all join me on June 20th. It's a Friday night. Telling our stories. We're going to have food and conversation. So
Run the commercial. Run the commercial.
well, let me say this real quick. It's kind of like a town hall meeting of sorts. This is where we have those kinds of difficult conversations about everyday and all of that stuff. So we're inviting all of the community out. We're inviting all of the community out. That's Friday, June 20th. I would love it if you could summon all of the trans girls, because I'm reaching out to all of the Bush Queens and the lesbians and the non-binary people, and we can really talk and really do some real stuff, because that's where that kind of stuff really happens. You know, in a nice conversation, not in
The fuck?
on Instagram.
How do you even get that?
Real activism work. You got that commercial? Huh? Okay, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for some fact talk.
Well, not exactly. This is telling our stories live and in person. You asked, and we're making it happen. Telling Our Stories returns Friday, June 20th in Atlanta, Georgia. The only difference? You, the viewer, are able to participate. How did you feel after your first sexual experience? I didn't ask you how did it feel. That's always telling our story. It's a conversation for Black queer people. I do think there are people who are wired to be monogamous and there are people who are not.
I would rather lose a woman to a woman than I would rather lose a woman to a man.
There's a cultural prevalence in the Black community.
I find when I'm in a relationship, it's hard for me to let go.
If we're all saying that we want the same things, why does it feel like we keep passing each other? All are welcome. Tavern. It's going to be at the Park Tavern here in Atlanta, Friday, June 20th. Friday, June 20th. Tickets are available now at ticketlease.com. You can put my name over there in the search box for Telling Our Stories. Come up. Yeah.
Now listen, we ain't run no fag talk commercial. We ain't run damn fag talk commercial.
We did earlier, didn't we? Oh, yeah, well, let's get, because we're coming to these.
Bitch, listen.
And Baltimore.
Bitch, listen. Which one we going to first?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Honey, the motherfucking fans are on the way on May 20th, 2025. Yes, God, honey, we are back at the La Familia.
We heard y'all were looking for the fags. Well, guess what? The fags are coming back, baby. That's right. May 25th, Baltimore, Maryland. My hometown, so y'all know y'all got to show out for the people.
Now, girl, listen. Y'all know how Patty be. So, bitch, when by the sound of my voice, I need you to be running over there to www.fagtalk.com. Once again, by the sound of my voice, I need you to be running your ass down there to www.fagtalk.com and get your tickets for the extravaganza of food.
Lobster roll. What we think? Cheers. Cheers. I love it. I love it. What do you think was better? Okay. Oh, he was hungry. I like the cornbread better. Vegan lox? You eat the whole thing? Like this? Just a cup. Cheers. It's funny looking. Okay, cheers. No, we want a scavenger hunt. Okay, we're back. We're reunited. I'm not supposed to have this. Look at how beautiful. Stunning eyebrows. See, it will always be beautiful, gorgeous. I stuck my phone in. Okay.
Okay, so we're going for the charges.
Period.
Head out to Calafia Bridge, and I'll come back with the POA.
We're getting the dress. Show off the body, babe. Easy. Food at the best.
You're gonna run what's known in the biz as a hijacking because you're hijacking the Merryweather convoy. The bridge is a nice, tidy place to get it done. Not many places they can go, but plenty of options for you. You can station people at vantage points, block the road, and wait for them to roll into the trap. You can try to take out all the drivers at once. You can concentrate really hard and try to make the truck levitate with your minds. This is San Andreas, after all. Do whatever you think will work, but get the truck and don't let anyone follow it. You're bringing it to Paige and Grapeseed so she can dig out the thermal charges. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. Try not to blow them up. Do not damage that truck at all, okay? I'll be in touch when there's a target about a click out from the bridge. Some flypaper, start thinking some nasty thoughts, and do whatever you're gonna do.
God, I am just doing awful tonight. Jeez.
Leading friends to Baltimore. Washington, D.C. The flags are coming back to the Holiday on May 30th. On May 30th. May 30th, 2025, the Fed event is at the building at the hospital. Under the Howard Theater, Fed, across the back coast, and all the little skateboard sides. And one of the so yes, we'll come back with the Fed, with the Fed, with the Fed. www.fedcard.com to get your tickets for the 30th, that is May the 30th, 2025. All right. What time? Bitch, since you try to do motherfucking things, I do that. I'm fasting. Asking God for something. Well, speaking of asking God for something, what happened? Creflo. What Creflo is? Where? Not Creflo. TDK. Part the country. Creflo ain't going nowhere. That man's name Dollar. Creflo Dollar over the tag. Creflo Dollar. The you can do the Creflo Dollar and Taxi Dollar. It goes to those have access to satellite imagery. They know where you are and they're coming. Creflo Dollar. Taxi. Very unique name. What is that man's last name? Dollar. You think it's changed? Yeah. So what's considered the original name? Money. Money. Income tax. You told me. Just, and if I talked about this and somebody in the comments was like, oh yeah, that's true. That's why me and my family got it. And if you didn't take it, you weren't up on your side, you got a phone call. Hey, you have to file your case. They need to know your case. Make sure that you're paying your fair share. Creflo Dollar and $10. Creflo Augustus Dollar. He was born in Colorado. His parents' names are Dollar. His mama and his daddy's names are Dollar. Emma Dollar and his father is Creflo Augustus Dollar. Creflo is a junior. The Dollar. Right, he was born in College Park. Okay. The daughter's name is Lauren Dollar. Son, Gregory Dollar, George Dollar, Alexandria Dollar. And the wife, F.F. Dollar. $10. We're the church segment of the show. Yeah, so we may jump around a lot. Right. Like they, they cheering. So we just talked a little bit about Kathy Creflo. Before we go to see, I like to see a picture real quick. The volume to watch. Well, it's a video, so y'all
y'all take care of it.
The lady back there, don't put your phone in the middle. This is why you have to be invited, because we don't want paparazzi here. We don't want picture snapping people. Especially the photograph stuff.
She got that Marvin Sapp spirit on her. That control spirit.
Looking good. I'll ditch the truck. You
No more picture snapping in here unless you can photograph God. Now listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her telling that lady not to be snapping pictures in church. Because, I mean, I don't understand why you're snapping pictures in church. But clearly somebody videoed her saying this in church. Right. She got that Marvin Sapp spirit on her. But my thing is,
That's why you came by?
what you doing up there?
I was just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
That's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. I'm here from Lucia Caminos. You're supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have.
Hey.
So that's in like 2 weeks, I think.
Hey. We helping TV at the same party. Hands above your heads now. You.
Stay. And it begins.
Victor Newton's just a... Trust me, this place is just as far for us. Ring the bells! The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gotta do this. You're doing it right.
Yo, G, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other. You and me, Rick. We got this.
We got it.
The one and only. Got pretty much everything in here. Alright, let's talk. Need any more? Got a lot of them up. Keep your eyes open.
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more guns than all else. Hey. Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Wow, they pushed it back a whole year. Wow.
really known for their love of sports bikes, I know, but the Lost Motorcycle Club has the ones you're after at their East LS clubhouse. Bikes, not the choppers. The choppers won't be fast enough to get you away from the cops, and if they were, they wouldn't be able to turn a corner. These bikes use a kinetic energy recovery system. They store the energy you use braking to accelerate later on, to burn the cops and save the environment while you're at it. Okay, as always, don't let them know you're breaking in until you want them to know you're breaking in. There's a bike each. We need all four for the job. When you've got them, stash them in the alley for the job. Sounds like the Lost are mobilizing their troops. A wrecked bike is no good to us, people. Stay out in front of them.
light fixtures from Crapia. No. They're actually cutlery caddies in the kitchen department. Seasoned vintage maneuver?
What you carrying lately? So what you looking for? Hey, you ever wonder what Amani would look like if she wasn't into all that hard-ass goth shit? Stay strapped.
Hi, honey. What are you talking about? I am at the gym. I just did 30 minutes on the elliptical. Probably going to do some weights now. Have some trust in me. Why would I lie to you? Okay, the rowing machine's free. I gotta run. I'll see you.
Okay. So, are you ready? This should be pretty easy. I've kept it simple since you all seem pretty simple. In a good way. In a good way. In a good straight ahead, low IQ kind of. Oh no, that's stop it. Stop it. It's the new meds. Okay, armed robbery. Here we go. Whew. Here it is. Keep it simple. You go in heavy, you go in well armed. Some of you will do crowd control. The vault team will go downstairs, blow the first vault door with the thermal charges, then use the card to get into the network and open the second vault door. And then look out, because you'll have about 2 minutes before every cop in town is waiting for you outside the bank. So you move fast. You get on the bikes, you split, and then we meet at the rendezvous point, okay? Good luck, people. Nothing can go wrong. It's all good. I'm all good.
it was just the way she said it for me. It wasn't that she said it; it was the way she said it. I just thought she could have said, "Ma'am, can you do me a favor and not take pictures here? We want to respect God and the other people here who are here to praise God." Like there was a way to say it. She is so nasty. She's just nasty at times. Why she gotta talk like that? Why she gotta talk to people like that? She gotta be here.
Is it mean or is it a reading spirit? Is that a mean spirit?
Again, let's see.
Lady back there, don't pick your phone up another time. This is why you have to be invited, because we don't let paparazzi do. We don't want pictures taken people. Let people photograph us.
Lady at the back. Lady in the back. No more picture snapping. We don't want paparazzi here. That's why you have to be invited. It's nasty. And I'm going to tell you, that's a lady who rarely gets her subject represented right. When I say her English is so broke, that lady's English is so broke. That part. That one is a thumb.
You have any comments there?
Lady in the bed. It's the phone, man.
Don't want no paparazzi.
Unless you can photograph cars. Look how funny they is. I really don't. Wait till you see how funny funny TV Jakes is in this next video.
Don't drop the mic.
No. No.
Use the bikes to get away from the cops and to get upstate. We left a dinghy at Ratton Canyon. That's your exit plan. There's a route coming to your GPS now. It'll take you off-road, away from the cops, and towards our boat. Stay together or go a different way if you want, but this will be the safest route. I like the way you operate. If this job had gone different, we'd be dealing with a whole lot more cops.
Like training at the end.
Don't do our church.
And then a polygamous marriage.
Don't do our church, Craig. Don't do our church.
Sure. You wait till break every chain. Wait till Donnie talk about it. He can't do that because Joe. Oh, he'd be the choir director. No, I'm saying lady in the back of the church.
Depository, and they're all about to tear the ass out of the chief of police. Cops on the street will be highly motivated to break you down. You don't need to worry about that. Just to Rat the Canyon.
Come up here and get on this organ. Unless you can photograph them. Put your phone down, lady in the back. We need your talent up here with the choir. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Gone off in the bags? You know because you'd be covered in paint. No? That means the transponders worked. Thank you, Avi Schwartzman.
Whoever named that wasn't by. What's the name of the church? What's the name of the church? Training. Transitioning to Christ. No, yeah, in training. In training to Christ. Okay, I like that one. Because not all of us are trained. Right, in training to Christ. In training to Christ. In training. In training. Transition here. In training ministry.
Okay, now this next bit's gonna sound...
When you get baptized, you go through a transition.
Often what gets you out of trouble. You're coming up to a rickety old bridge. Cross it, aim for the cliff, and drive right off. Then pull your parachute and get in the boat we've left for you in the river. That's your way out. Come to think of it, Kurz boost just before you jump might be the best way to get away from the cliff. You see that boat in the creek? That's where you're aiming. Wait till the whole team is in the boat and then head out into the ocean. There's a lot of confused voices coming out of my police scanner right now. You know what? I might have just pulled this off. Maybe I am a genius after all.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. Oh, my friends! We did it! Well, you did it. Ooh, I know I didn't do that much, but you. You know, I thought you were just a bunch of creepy and quiet weirdos. Turns out you're a bunch of creepy, quiet weirdos with talent. You rob and you steal and destroy like geniuses. Oh, I love it. I love it. Here, let me wire you your money. You know, I will never forget the good times. All the laughs we had. You're like family. The picnic, you know, the hike in the woods, and all the selfies, and oh, and the time we went rollerblading, and we watched the sunset, and we stayed up all night talking and sharing our innermost fears, and then what was that? That wasn't you? Even the skinny dipping and the... Oh. What are you saying? Oh. The drugs. Oh, man, the drugs. I am a heavily medicated man. I'm not well at all. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, the money. Here. And here. And here. And... Here, okay, you better take off and take care, okay. Bye-bye.
The one and only. What can I get you? You know, even though it's a little scary and shit, that girl definitely got something. Keep your eyes open.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Hey, where the fuck are you? God damn.
Hey, are you looking after this pest? How we doing out there? Our guys still have a pulse? Because if not, this just became a very different kind of favor you're doing for me. I mean... Holy shit!
summoner when you can go by chopper. Summon a bird night or day with...
I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
Hello. Here you go.
Alright, I'm going to bed. Have a great night. Happy hump day. Have fun at school and work. And I will see y'all later today. Good night.